So this is the part 2, which will cover castle. Let me speed this up a little bit because it's just walking. There's two ways to do this part. I'm going to show you the easiest way, which I recommend doing when you're first starting, because the other method, while faster and save resources, it can completely ruin your run. You have to reset. So here, remember to hold your virtual controller to skip the cinematic. Once the camera is up, Leon is already out of combat, so I recommend stop squeeze crouching and then holding your visual controller to skip the cinematic. Here, this is a mistake on me. Just either shoot with your pistol to broke this barrel, or knife it, and then use your virtual controller to pick up the gunpowder. It won't show you pick up the gunpowder because in this section the UI is bugged and is completely missing. You see even my crosshair, which is on here, the dot crosshair, is completely turned off for no reason because the game is bugged. You loot this, and then you kill this archer with a headshot with your right gun. You're gonna come up here, you're gonna shoot the belt that's over here, or the weight, I guess. And then you're gonna hold the virtual controller while pressing D to move to the side since the camera is stuck here. And you're gonna skip the catapult cinematic. Then you're gonna pick up your sniper, you're gonna shoot this guy upwards. Then you want to run a little bit forward here to get the cinematic and then kill that guy, or kill that guy and then run to a little bit forward to get the cinematic. This is because, and you want to shoot this barrel before, after you get the cinematic, because if you shoot it before, this catapult will respawn and then it's gonna pretty much fuck everything up, so be careful with that. Now we shoot this guy, we go back and sniper this guy because he will grab Ashley if we don't. Then as we go, we shoot this barrel. We're gonna shotgun this guy. Preferably you want to kill him. The reason I look up here is because sometimes there will be a meteor, or rather a catapult shot coming towards here, and you have to either dodge or be careful so Ashley doesn't get killed in a way. This guy you can kill either with shotgun or you can use the cannon to kill him. Using shotgun is faster. There's a large resource here if you want to pick up. You don't really need to pick up this, so it's kind of a time loss, but it's up to you. If you have only the large resource from cabin, meaning only one, maybe you want to pick it up, but you don't need to. In my case, I think I got it because I had pretty much no large resources, so I don't really remember this run. Then you're gonna shoot the door as usual. Then you're gonna tell Ashley to stay back, and you're gonna do this. You're gonna look down so this torch guy doesn't aggro on you. Then you go to that corner. Let me just show it again. You go to this corner, wait for the catapult bomb to explode. Then you're gonna start walking again and tell Ashley to come. And the reason we're ready to flash is because Ashley will usually get grabbed here. And then use the flash to set her free. Sometimes it's a little bit rare, but it can happen. Ashley will get hit by a catapult. When that happens, using flash is a bit meaningless. So you want to come here and want to save and reload. And then Ashley will not only not be grabbed by anyone when you do that, she will not be downed anymore. But that's a bit of RNG because sometimes that will make it so someone grabs her and you kind of get stuck in a infinite loop where you have to save and reload to make it so she isn't grabbed anymore. But that's a bit dicey, but you have no choice other than doing that to save your run. And going back to save her, it takes too much time, so that's sometimes that can happen, but it's a bit rare. Usually you just flash and she comes and she doesn't get hit, but just let you know that can also happen. And in here we're gonna sell our first aid if we haven't sold that already on the previous merchant, and the old shrine key, and then we're gonna buy the broken prototype, which is 29.4k. Let me just show how much handgun ammo is. A handgun ammo, oh, it doesn't show. If I recall, it's 50 each. Sometimes you will not have enough gold to buy the broken butterfly, and you're gonna need to sell a little bit of handgun ammo. You don't want to sell everything, even though it's faster, because it's gonna fuck up the drop table, and you're gonna, all your loot on Waterhall is gonna be shit. Oh, I better had handgun ammo. That's why it didn't show up. It's still pretty bad in my case because I better have handgun ammo, but that is just life. You're gonna get trash loot on Waterhall because of that. Then I'm crafting flash here because I already have a decent amount of large resources. Yeah, it's also, I recommend crafting flashes when you're starting up for Waterhall, because there's at least one flash you want to use. Now this is the first glitch of castle, and we're gonna do. Tell Ashley to stand back. We're gonna shotgun the sides, guys. There's a bit of RNG where, let me just pause in here, where sometimes this guy will rush and this guy will stay still, and this guy will rush, and then you can shoot this guy, go in here, and then you can use one shot to down both this guy and this guy. Or sometimes this guy will rush first, this guy stays still, and this guy stays still, and then you have to go towards this way. But usually going towards this way is the safest. If both rushes, it doesn't matter which side you pick, just pick one side and then go. Then here, if you haven't told Ashley to stand back, tell her now. It's better to tell her as soon as after you skip the cinematic, or right before cinematic. And then we're gonna clip through the door and do this. What I did is I increased my DPI with my DPI button, and then I swiped as fast as possible to the side and hold virtual controller, and that will make it so Leon will clip through the door. That's called a scope glitch or a door clip. Let me just, you want to stay around here or here, and then Leon, you want Leon facing around this way or this way. You don't want to stay right in the middle. If you stay right in the middle, you can fail sometimes. You want to stay in here or in here when doing door clips. As you can see, I actually almost failed it. No, I actually did right. I just last second. And here, when you door clip this door, there's this thing that's locking the door. If you hold your virtual controller, sometimes Leon will unlock the door without doing the cinematic. That is kinda RNG. You just hold the virtual controller and hope it does it automatically. I've never seen anyone actually knowing how to do this correctly, and people just YOLO it. And now we're going to Waterhall. You wanna snipe this guy on the left. If you wanna start and be safe, you can snipe both. This is what I recommend in the beginning, but the optimal strat is just shooting the left one. If you wanna go, if you don't have that many bullets, you can start doing just the left guy. In my opinion, it doesn't matter that much. You should probably just snipe only the left guy instead of the right guy, because it doesn't make that much of a difference. But it's up to you. I recommend just shooting both when you're starting to make Waterhall easier, because Waterhall is really hard. And here, once you reach these guys, and you wanna be hugging the left wall, by the way, you tell her actually to stand back, otherwise this guy is gonna hit her. And then once you're on the stairs, you tell her to come back. You wanna loot that box because you can drop ammo, useful ammo, especially Magnum. In here, you wanna look down, or like not completely down, just a little bit down to know where the granados are. The torch guy can sometimes rush and attack you, or sometimes he will just ignore you. Just be careful with him. And in here, you want to usually shoot this lady. She will usually rush you, or she will go straight ahead here or here. It really depends on the AI. It's a bit random. This loot, I usually don't loot this unless I can shoot both these guys and the vase. Or like in this case, they themselves exploded the vase running into it. This guy you usually want to shoot, but you can try to dodge him by just looking forward and dodging his attack. when starting, I recommend just shooting his feet. The reason we shoot the feet here instead of trying for headshots, by the way, is that all guys down here are plagas, and it's the plagas that the most powerful plaga, the one from the start of the chapter. So you don't want to deal with these guys. You want to just shoot the legs to not proc their plagas. There's a bunch of ways that this can play out. This is just one of them. And here you want to do this movement so you avoid getting shot by an archer that's around on the other side. I don't think I can actually show him on this playthrough, on this run. Sorry, but he's around there on that side, and he can sometimes shoot. So you don't want to stay still; just want to do that movement. And here, this is a grabber, so he's going straight for Ashley, so you want to kill him, so she doesn't get grabbed. The side guys, they can sometimes get plaga, so it's up to you depending on whether you want to gamba. They're gonna be a plaga, you kill them, or sorry, they're gonna be a plaga, you just shoot them in the leg, or you're gonna gamba and try to kill them. Killing them is obviously the best, but they can be plaga, so it's up to you. Here I got unlucky and actually got hit by an arrow, but when you're around here, you want to tell Ashley to stay back, and she will stay in front of the stairs if you tell her to stay back around here. And you just go straight to the Halo wheel. Just gonna, sorry, I'll just totally speed up this again. Yeah, like this. Then here, she got grabbed, so what I do is just flash. I could have sniper him, but it's fine. She's still gonna be down, and that's okay. It's a lot of time loss, but you just wait around here and no one will grab her, and you're fine. Because once you're around here, people ignore Ashley in the aggro, because you're not there. So you just wait here, and she'll come back. That's a good that it happened on this run, so I can actually show it to you what happened. What happens if you get very unlucky? Obviously, you lose a lot of time, so you if you're optimizing your run a lot, this is a reset button pretty much. But if you just wanna keep going, you can do this. Here we go straight to the Halo wheel, hold it. Also, we finish this. We start killing these guys with pistol. Nothing much to it other than just killing them with pistol. We kill these first 4 guys with pistol, and then we're gonna kill this guy with sniper. And pay attention to where I'm going, so I can actually double shot these 2 guys with one bullet. And there's gonna be a guy here that rushes forward to Ashley. This is the way to do him is do this. You stop him with a handgun bullet and then you shot him. Or you can just straight up shoot him with sniper while he's running, but it's a little bit harder. And this is safer. This is one thing you can do. It all depends on your aim and how confident you are on these situations. Here I was feeling a bit unsafe, and so I just chose to do this. And then you're gonna want to do the same thing for this guy. You want to shoot him or you want to stop him first with sniper. There's 2 guys in here. You can kill them with only 1 sniper shot if you get a good angle. In this case, I think I almost had the angle, but I missed. I could have gone for a double shot on both, but I chose to be safe and headshot the other guy because they spawn with friendly HP, and headshot always kills them because the sniper is almost fully upgraded in power. And here we just stall a little bit for Ashley. We don't wanna wait around here because the guys can not grab Ashley. Sometimes Ashley will get grabbed, but usually not. But if you stay here, Ganados will all stack up here. And when Ashley is coming towards you, she's gonna get stuck because they're gonna be in the way. So you wanna go like on this side and wait a little bit right before she's done. And you're just gonna run forward. And you wanna loot this. You can loot this with knife and it's fine. In this case, I actually got grabbed because I was too slow. You can see my incredible aim here as I shoot the wall. This sometimes can happen when I actually gets grabbed and a guy will just completely ignore the safe zone and will run towards you. That is just unlucky. When this happens, you usually want to knife him so he doesn't keep going in the way. This time, I think I just ignore him. He doesn't do anything really. All he can do is like stagger you or be in the way, which can be really annoying. But he doesn't do anything really. In this case, I think he even broke this box. I'm gonna loot these with knives to not waste ammo. As you can see, he's staggering me for no reason, but it doesn't matter. You loot these boxes after you boost Ashley up, because we have time anyways. We need to wait for Ashley, so we do this afterwards. It's a good thing to save here, because this strat that can be... It's an easy strat, but it's easily... Wow, amazing gameplay that you guys are seeing. This is sometimes gonna happen if you press. You wanna get this is a good thing. It's showing my mistake, so you don't do this mistake. I pressed 1 to grab the pistol, but I pressed twice and then I equipped flash. So be careful with that. This sometimes can happen in this game. This is really sensitive. So just press once and be safe. Or if you want to be safe, scroll up and down and then press once, and you have your pistol. Just show, also you guys can see, but shoot the nest up here and grab this emerald. We're gonna sell him later on to get some spinos. This box is really good to loot. Sometimes you can skip it if you're already very good on ammo and you don't need any heals or anything else. It's a really good box because it drops 3 loots. Another thing is, if you're really missing in health, there's fish here on the left side. If it's literally your first time speedrunning on Pro and you have a lot of space, you can come here and grab 2 fishes for heals. Since Waterhowl can eat up your heals a lot, so if you don't have any heals at all, I recommend just going and getting 2 fishes, just so to be safe. Once you're comfortable with this with the run, and then you don't need to do that anymore. But this is a beginner's. This is mostly aimed for beginners. That's why I'm telling you this to grab the fishes, because it's obviously unoptimal. So here we're gonna equip our sniper. Wait for the cinematic, and then we're gonna headshot this guy and shoot this, I don't know what to call it, this tiny thing that's on the way. So we destroy it and we can go past here afterwards. This is the way to do it. You're gonna need to practice this a little bit to get the hang of it, by the way. So don't YOLO it, because you will end up missing this guy. But what I end up doing is I do this, I go a little bit forward to see where the guy is, and then I go back and shoot both with one line. Then we headshot the red zealot, and we're gonna explode this red barrel, this explosive barrel. Then we're gonna go here and then explode the barrel as soon as the red zealot is there. Here it's RNG where this guy rushes you or not, so just be careful. And this time I couldn't dodge him and shoot this red zealot at the time, so I prioritized shooting the red zealot. And after exploding that barrel, he's dead. We come up here and we grab the Crimson Lantern. And here, there's 2 ways to deal with this. We go back here, which is the fastest way. But because there was Gnados here, I choose to go towards this way because it's safer. And there's this barrel, which we can explode to stagger them or kill them, and then be a safer way. I didn't want to use heal, so that's why I did what I did. I recommend doing this if you're new and if you're really unsure what to do, just go the fastest way. If you don't know, like say if you don't know, just don't know where the Ganados are, just go the fastest way and then shotgun them. Then in here we're gonna grab this Velvet Blue. Let me just show again. Right after skipping cinematic, we turn around, We shoot the glass to get velvet blue. Hold virtual controller here to grab this stone over here. Grab this stone. I'm gonna grab this other stone. We're gonna crouch and hold virtual controller to grab this treasure faster. Remember to crouch first before using your virtual controller. Then we're gonna, let me just show this again. When you come here, you don't want to use virtual controller to open this menu. Just use F or whatever key you have, and then when you open the menu, it's gonna be selected by default the middle one. You press A and select the first one, and then you just hold virtual controller to do the rest. And then we do this. We're gonna use F to select this one, spin, put it in here. The one, put it in here, spin, put it in here, and this one we should spin and put it back into place. So it looks like this. That's the fastest way to do the puzzle. So here we just walk. There's a barrel there. I don't recommend looting that because it's just one loot. Then in here, just hold Shift and W and don't move your mouse. And then this will happen. You can completely ignore the aranha ganado. You shoot here. We ignore this merchant. You shoot this other bell. And then now we're gonna try to headshot both side guys. We zoom in here, get a good lineup. Then we look down, choose one side, either left or right, and then go to the opposite side as soon as they come towards you. So we can dodge the shoot guys without worrying about it. You shoot this barrel for free loot, doesn't matter what it is. Then we're gonna stay on this side and try to shoot the belt that's around here. Even though you can't see the actual weight, the bell weight or whatever it's called, the bullet has a hitbox radius that we actually hit towards it, even if you can't see it. So basically, you take more or less this lineup. Here we're shooting a wall. You want to shoot like towards around here, and you will grab it. Like it doesn't always go on the first shot, so don't worry too much about it. If you're missing bullets, it's not your fault. It's the game's bloom, or it's just the bloom. It's not something you can control. Then here, important. Let me just go back. Once you're after, you want to shoot this bell. Once you're after this this little part, just make it so the shoot guy will rush and do this path instead of this path. Then this archer lady, you can shotgun her to even with the bars over here. You can shotgun her, or if to be safe, but you can try to ignore her if you want. But this can happen, and then it's a little bit fucked up. And then want to throw a grenade towards this tiny window, and we will open the gate. If you don't have any grenades for this part, by the way, it's fine. You just go up here, and then it's like 5 seconds time loss, more or less. It's not the end of the world if you don't have a grenade for this part. But usually we will have a grenade from other drops, so don't worry too much about it. In here, we start the Gigante, armor Gigante, where we run away from him. We want to hug the left side here and do squeeze crouches to avoid this guy. Sometimes this will happen, so you need to be careful and like crouch and actually dodge him. Here, because I got grabbed, I actually had to wait. But normally you do this path. You're gonna go towards here, grab the gunpowder, and then go back. The reason we grab the gunpowder is to get the correct timing from the Gigante throwing the rocks, so he doesn't throw the rocks to actually hit us. This obviously only works on Pro. On other difficulties, you can run straight forward. Here I waited for him to throw the rocks because I got grabbed. Then in here, you want to hold the virtual controller just a little bit before you reach this part, so you get the fastest jump. If you get to the end and then hold the virtual controller, you get a slow drop. So just hold a little bit before. And then this part, we want to shoot this weight, and then there's another weight that can reach from down here. It's sometimes the bloom will mess up and you will not hit from down there, which is faster, but it doesn't really matter. You don't save that much time if you just shoot from up here and then you go upwards to shoot the El Gigante. This is important. When you shoot the El Gigante, don't skip the cinematic immediately. Wait for a little bit, because he throws the rocks, and the rocks are like actually still traveling in the air towards you. But you are immune to damage while in the cinematic. So what happens is you wait for the mentally wait, like count like to 1 or 2, and then the rocks will just phase through Leon. It will not get damaged. And here you want to aim more or less around here to get rid of these 3 guys. A little bit down actually, because here as you can see I missed. There's a slight bloom on this cannon, so it doesn't always go straight forward. This can happen even though the shoot guys, sometimes the shoot get exploded and he still survives, or they just straight up tank the damage. That can happen, it's normal. You can look down and try to dodge them, but you preferably want to hit them with the cannon and kill the 3 with 1 shot. That's the fastest way. But there's a little bit of RNG where you actually kill the 3 or not. When there's only shoot guys, you can look down and do the same thing you did on the first bridge. You choose one side to hug, and then you do, for example, I hug the left side. Let me just show this again. I hug the left side, and then I went towards the right. So this way we dodge him, because they rush towards us when you're looking down. And there's a torch guy, you want to shoot the torch guy. Say there's one shoot guy and a torch guy, or only the torch guy, shoot the torch guy, because he can do the reason is he can do an attack that does 3 hits and it's going to kill you, because you will be on fire and you can open the inventory to heal yourself, and those 3 hits will kill you. So that's why you want to shoot him, because he's a very dangerous enemy around this part. And here we just skip the cinematic. You want to hold S or space to grab the knife, and then sprint, because if you sprint immediately, Leon will do a little bit of a stutter. And then we just run. We just skip towards this. Here I saved, but you don't really need to save for this part. Grab this yellow orb. Don't forget the yellow orb. Here I was looking in my inventory to see if I had any heals. In this case I don't, because I'm gonna need to sell the yellow orb and combine it with the green and red orb. So in reality I don't have any actual heals. If you recall, I'll have to grab the snake here, which I recommend doing if you don't have any heals. And for this part, even though I'm full HP, if I get hit once, I can be on red. If I get hit by I don't know, a side guy, or get grabbed twice, or he get hit by a dog, a lot of things can happen. So it's just gonna be safe when you're starting. Once you're experienced, you can just ignore the snake and just go and completely YOLO this part. We want to shoot this box, not for the loot, because we just want this position, even though the loot is good. You want to shoot the box and go towards it. You loot, and then we wait for this. As we can, let me see if I can find the exact frame, because it's hard to see. So you can't see that well on the video, I assume, because of video compression. But there's 2 dogs, one here and another here. This dog, the first one, he will do a rush attack towards the gates, and once he does that, you can you shoot both with 1 bullet only. Let me just show it again. You probably can't see it on the video, which is a shame, but with 1 shot you kill them both, and that's what you want to do. Here you want to grab the shotgun and shoot the other one that's coming here. You want to shoot this one, and the other on the right you can either ignore or shoot him. On this part I shoot him, but I actually recommend not shooting because you don't need to. He doesn't do anything. He can grab Ashley rarely, but it's very very rare, and you just lose a bullet and time shooting him. So I recommend just keeping him. But if you want to be safe and you are worried the dog will grab Ashley, just shoot him. And now here we use shotgun to kill this dog, and we can loot this box through the gates by just walking a little bit slower and then holding virtual controller. We can actually grab the let me see if we can show it again. There's two loots, one here, another one here. You can grab the last one, which I think in this case was a grenade, which would be really good to have. But what a shame I couldn't grab it out of the reach. And then we want to throw a grenade around here, or just want to go towards this side and throw the grenade here. Then we shoot this dog, which will be on 1 HP, and grab the flash that's inside the cage. And then we want to tell Ashley to hold this. We can loot this box because it's free. You don't need to, but it's free. We shotgun this dog because he will attack Ashley if we don't. And we just keep going. And now there's gonna spawn 3 guys around here, and you wanna snipe them both. I think in this case, because sometimes they can rush forward and you don't have time to shoot all of them. I think this is what happens on this PB, and it's good to that's good because we can show what you can do when that happens. Yeah, the Pelado, the bald guy rushed forward and there's nothing you can do. So we shoot the first guy, kill the other one, and then what we do is we climb up the stairs. We take a look to see if he's around there. He was. We could have shot him already, but I was not, because I didn't see him at first. Thought he wasn't going to be there, but it's fine. We just shoot him from there, and it's fine. And then Ash, you don't have to worry about Ashley. She's going to get teleported once we enter this part. But you need to kill these 3 guys, otherwise she doesn't get teleported, and then she gets you get the GG from losing Ashley. So you need to kill these 3 guys to let it actually be free to come towards you. Here it's optional to loot these two cabinets, because I was really low on resources, especially rifle ammo. I wanted to loot them for rifle ammo because we need rifle ammo for knights. We're gonna go after this. So in here we hook the right side to go towards the first part, to get the first head. I think it's the gold head here. And here we want to use either a grenade or a flash. Obviously, if we have a grenade, use a grenade, it's better. Just looting these because there's good loot on these bases usually. And in here, to throw this flash or grenade, we want to count the patterns around here. As you can see, there's the pattern on this ground is like in squares, right? 1, 1, 2, 3. On the third, once you reach the third one, you can throw the grenade. As you can see, I reached the third one right in the middle, and then you throw the grenade. That's really easy setup. And then you skip the cinema. If you don't remember this, there's a cinematic where a guy comes here and uses the lever, and then the bridge goes down. By throwing the grenade, you either kill him or you stop the cinematic or whatever, and then the bridge stays up. Kinda a neat skip. Then we loot this because there's really good loot on these vases. They're all red drops. Then here we want to use a flash. You can also just shotgun them to these guys, but it's a bit RNG on where they will be, and sometimes shotgunning can lose a lot of time and just be a pain in the ass. So I recommend just flashing these guys, especially when you're just starting. If you still need more bullets, you should loot these. Here I got lucky, I already have 2 heavy grenades, so it was completely worth looting this. But it's obviously time loss, so be careful with that. With too much looting. But if you want to loot, these cabinets are the best to loot. Now here we're gonna grab the lion head, and we're gonna loot these two vases and the flash. In this case, I think I actually didn't grab the flash, but the flash is right behind me. Yeah, I grabbed the flash. I knew what I was doing. I knew it, I was watching here, and the flash. What I didn't notice, I didn't grab the flash, so I just keep holding virtual controller, and then we shoot this knight twice. As you can see, he's 16,000 HP. I don't remember how much it is in percentage, because I like to play with numbers instead of percentage. But at 15,000, 1500, it spawns the plaga. So what we do is we shoot 2 times, and then with pistol, and then we proc the plaga, and then we finish him with a sniper. Then in here we let this guy try to hit us, and we dodge, and actually we'll drop a lantern, and then we can kick him to expose the plaga, and then shoot it. And here we'll shoot to loot these. Afterwards, we shoot once with this guy, and then we use pistol ammo to try to drop him on the ground, and then we look back, and we want to at the same time to kick this guy at the same time this knight is trying to hit us, so we actually get invisible iframes, visible frames. In this case, I failed to do the kick, which is fine, because Ashley should have dropped the lantern, but she failed to do so. This sometimes can happen. And here, we kill them both now, because they have exposed plagas. Remember to loot, if they're too far away, remember to loot the spinels, because we're gonna need them later. And we wanna go towards this guy. Just let me show again so you can more or less know where we are, which is close to the left side of the gate. And go towards here and loot this vase, because it's again really good loot. We're gonna just bait this guy, so actually drops another lantern. And we wait this guy to actually get stunned before kicking this guy, because if you kick this guy and this guy is still coming towards you and not stunned, you can actually kind of end up kicking both at the same time, and sometimes this guy will not expose the plaga. So you just want to wait a little bit. And then we wait for this guy to get stunned, throw the flash, and then kick him for the fastest way to kill him. This is very unlucky, because it's unlucky, and sometimes it's my fault, because you see I throw the flash way too far. I should have thrown it more like this, around here. And the guy that was over there didn't get flashed, so I have to end up killing him manually, which is fine. Also, there's also 15 handgun ammo around here, which you can grab, which will give you more money later on. This is fine. And we add Ashley. And then we just proceed as usual. And speed this up because it's just walking. You can loot this vase if you want. Do not, I repeat, do not loot this. If you loot this cabinet, Ashley will get stuck here. So just don't loot this. Regardless of, because you already did knights, you don't need any more loot after this part. And remember to tell Ashley to come towards you, because she is on the stay away state. So tell her to come towards you so she comes faster. In this case, I think I forgot, so it took me more time than needed. And let me just show it again. If you don't remember the puzzle, you tell Ashley to stay in here. The grab herb, this grab herb is completely optional. I recommend grabbing it when you're starting, but you don't need it. So once you're experienced, you can skip the red herb. It's like barely half a second. Then we just grab the serpent head. Just put them all here. And now it's the badge section with Ashley. I'll speed a little bit because he's just walking. Then here there's gonna drop a deer head. You wanna aim to cancel the stag animation actually does. And here you wanna hold left and the virtual controller, so it's gonna do this noise. Very, very, very wholesome noise. This is to do the puzzle the fastest way possible, so unavoidable, unfortunately. Oh, you actually didn't hear the sound. Let me show it again. Very important information that you know about the sound. Extremely important. So you just keep going forward. Just going to spawn armaduras behind you. It doesn't matter. You can just skip. You just ignore them. And in here, we're gonna do a cross pattern. So we're gonna ignite this metal, then this metal, then this metal, and then this metal. So I'm gonna play normally, speed up a little bit. That one, then this one. And then here, you can either just run towards and ignore the armaduras, but sometimes like they can run in front of you, you get stuck, and then you end up getting hit and you die. So to not lose the run, I recommend just tapping left click, right click, and stunning the armaduras. It costs you pretty much half a second, and you make sure you don't lose the run in Ashley section, which is pretty bajaj. So we keep going forward, and we're gonna do the hardest puzzle in the whole game. This lantern first, then the left one, and then the right one. Hardest puzzle in the whole game. Here we just keep walking, nothing much to it. I'm gonna speed up more. Here we just run forward, ignore our armaduras. Then we're gonna get the skill check section where you need to swap to 30 FPS. Hug left side. You can actually swap to 30 FPS before you enter the stairs. The reason we swap to 30 FPS here is to, because at 30 FPS the hitbox is smaller on the enemies, so you can go through them, or you can go through the side of them. Don't do this, by the way. Very good gameplay in the background, but yes, the 30 swap FPS is not allowed in most situations, but on that section it is allowed by the rules, so don't worry too much about it. If I tell you in any place I tell you to swap FPS, it's because it's allowed, don't worry. Then after this part, we want to save. Very important. You want to save and reload. And then what will happen is we'll be able to move Leon while in the loading screen. And on the loading screen, the time is paused, so we can actually save time by doing this. And we're also going to glitch through walls, so we actually save more time even if the timer was still running. So what we're gonna do is hold shift for like shift and W for like 2 to 3 seconds, and then we're gonna press W, keep running forward, and press D until this ball comes out towards this side, and then A until it comes back out of this side, and then click continue. You want to start doing this after it finishes loading. So right now you hold W, D, and A, and then you're done. Here I did it too early, so I wasn't at the door, but if you do this perfectly, you are at the door 100% of the time. Now here, if you want to be extra safe, you can do what I just did. You shoot this guy first, then the one on that's up there, and then you're gonna clip through this door. This is me increasing the DPI. Then here, but you don't actually need to do this. You don't actually need to shoot the novice. If you are confident, you can do the door clip, on first try, you don't need to do this. But since I was not confident, I just choose to shoot him. We're gonna go towards this side. We're gonna shotgun this guy because he's gonna hit us every time. This guy can actually ignore, but if you want to be extra safe, or if you want loot, for example, say you had to use your yellow herb heal for some reason, then you want a sapphire drop, then maybe you will want to kill him. And here we want to craft our flashes because we're gonna need them. Gonna need for this section. Then you flash like that. A little bit more upwards actually, but this still works. And we're gonna keep going here. We're gonna go grab this green herb. We're gonna shoot this bell over here. There's a ruby. And I'm gonna grab the also grenade that's sitting there. Just holding the virtual controller, don't worry too much about it. And then there's this guy. This guy, in this case, he's looking towards us, but if he's looking, if he has his butt towards you, then you can actually ignore him. But in this time, because he's looking towards me, you have to shoot him. You have to shoot him because otherwise he's gonna grab you as soon as he gets triggered. And here, these two you can ignore. I don't know why I shoot this guy. You can ignore them safely. I think it was tilted by the first guy. We're gonna ignore these first two guys. Grab the red herb, flash before you use the lever. Or the lever, sorry. Then just come down. Then you're gonna shoot the weight that's over here. And then go towards here and shoot the weight that's down there. And then you can shoot this for free loot. And there's handgun ammo here as well that you want to grab. And here, if you haven't already, you want to assign your Magnum to your other slot that you have that have easy access. For example, in my case on V, on my first tutorial, I said you want to have two other slots to have good key bindings, the easy access. In my case, V for Magnum, and since you already opened the inventory to do this, and have heavy nade drops, I'm also doing this for the heavy grenades. Because you're gonna need to do that eventually, so since we're already opening the inventory, might as well. Here, skip the cinematic as soon as possible. Here I fucked up. But you want to skip the cinematic as soon as possible because as you can see, the time keeps ticking while you're in that cinematic. So skip as soon as possible. I actually lost half a second there. There's a flash here you want to grab. So this right here, you're going to go towards this side. You're going to go up here, you're going to shoot with a Magnum on the side guy. This side guy, you're going to Magnum him. That's why we had a keybind for Magnum. Then we're going to shotgun this guy, and this guy for last. Always this guy for last. Because it is not guaranteed that he'll get staggered. That he'll go to the ground. Sometimes he just gets staggered. So that's why you want to shoot the guy for last. You can gamba and not shoot any of them, but that's completely a gamba. You're just gambling. It's just gambling if you do that. So this is the safest way. It's fast. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't noticed, this is the first section where I actually showed this. So sorry if I haven't talked about it earlier. If you crouch and shoot, you shoot faster with shotgun. That also works for the first shotgun. But it works extremely well for right gun because it's pretty much a submachine gun. Oh, how fast it is. And you want to throw the grenade on this garage door, and select sniper, gonna run here. Gonna shoot the plaga. Crouch cancel. Shoot the plaga again. Shoot this plaga. In this case I missed, which is fine, you're just gonna lose time. But the correct way, you shoot this plaga, you flash, then you go back. Let me just show missing doing it. so you can actually have a visual on it. As that's me trying to recover, which is good to show how to recover, but at the same time we want to show the correct how to do it correctly. Okay, you grenade, then you shoot this guy twice, then you shoot this guy and you flash, then you shotgun this guy, the guard that doesn't have armor, and you finish with sniper the guard with armor. And that's just a matter of grabbing the unicorns and unicorn horns and slotting into it again. I'm just opening my PB again because it's a better quality that I have it downloaded. So here we just run forward. There's a green herb here if you want to grab it. It's a bit of time loss grabbing it, like 0.2 or something. 0.2 seconds. But if you don't have that many heals or you're just starting out and you want as much heals as possible, I recommend you to grabbing it. So here there's another out of bounds glitch. You need to train. So you run toward this wall as much as possible. You're gonna crouch. Let me just show this in slow motion so it's on the first on normal motion. You're gonna flick to the side, wait a little bit, like 0.2 seconds, and then you're gonna use F to activate Leon going forward, and then he will clip to the side and do this. So I'm gonna show it again on slow motion how it looks like. It's not a hard glitch to do, but it's hard to explain more or less what Leon is doing. Very important, you have to use F or like the activation key, whatever key you have, to actually enter, to actually do this. If you press forward, Leon will not clip through. So on this out of bounds, we're gonna do a movement like this, and then this, kind of like a Z. So as soon as you get out of this part, you how can I say this? You hold W and D here without moving the camera. And then once you hit this wall, more or less, you wanna walk on the edge of this part. And then once you can see more of this part, you wanna walk to this side. So on the right side of this of the map. And then you wanna walk under the ground here. You hold virtual controller here to try to grab the crown. And then in this part, you wanna crouch. Careful to not fall. There's you can see here, there's a void here you can fall into. So be careful to not go too much to the left or you can fall to the void. And then we go close to the stairs and we just hold the virtual controller to try to use the stairs as soon as possible. And we are up here. And that's how you do the out of bounds glitch on this part. Here we're gonna do the second merchant, third merchant of the game, I feel. Yeah, the third merchant. There's a red fixed red herb drop here, so if you still have your yellow orb not combined and you need a red herb, you can grab this red herb. In this case, just grab it for extra heals. And then don't forget to loot this red barrel, which dropped from the lamp we shot right now. And then what we're gonna do is sell the scratched emerald. Rather we looted on chapter 8, we're gonna trade the yellow diamond and then 2 gunpowders. In this case I falopa and traded an extra red barrel for extra money, which is completely okay, it doesn't matter that much. It's gonna mean gonna not have as many flashes. Then we're gonna combine the crown with 5 colors. And I'm gonna storage the shotgun. Then we're gonna sell all treasures that we have, our sniper, and the triple warp. And then we're gonna upgrade the in whatever order you're comfortable, by the way. We're gonna upgrade the Magnum. We're gonna buy the rocket launcher, body armor, and then the sniper again. This has to be in this order. You have to buy first the rocket launcher, and then the sniper. So it stays on the same slots as before. So the rocket launcher will be on the second slot, and the sniper will be on the third slot. Here we're gonna do the infinite rocket glitch, and for that we're gonna need rifle ammo to reload the rifle ammo because it involves reloading. So that's why you're gonna see me looting this box, but you shouldn't loot that box most of the time. Even though it has good loot, you shouldn't loot it. It's optional. If you don't have heavy grenades here at all, I recommend looting it, but otherwise no. The other box that was in the way, though, I recommend looting it. So here we just go forward as usual, and then once it shows the Q2E to dodge, we're gonna shoot and use the Q2E to cancel the bolt action animation. Because we need to shoot, because we need to start reloading for the next glitch. The shotgun shells I recommend grabbing on the way back instead of the way in, like I did. So here we're gonna activate sound. You're gonna hear me twice probably, but what you do is you're gonna activate this. You're gonna hear the alarm two times. You're gonna reload, press 2 to select the rocket launcher, and then you're gonna scroll up to select the handgun ammo as soon as you get hit, like so. Let me show it again. 1, 2, reload, press 2, get hit by the frost, then scroll up to select handgun ammo, and now we have infinite rocket launcher. That green herb is very hard to grab. You have to go really close to it. I don't recommend grabbing it unless you have very little heals. In my case, I should have grabbed it, but I went for it anyways because this was like my first run. I want to be playing really safe because I just want to have splits. And then we wanna, when we rocket launcher the Verdugo, you don't want to shoot it immediately. You want to wait until his legs stretch up, and then you shoot. It is so because if you shoot immediately, he will take damage, but he will not get staggered, and then he will run away because he needs to get shot twice by the rocket launcher to actually die. So that's why we wait for his legs to stretch, so he get because it means he ends the animation, and then we can shoot him. And then we'll grab his treasure. If we shoot it like I did here, to this side, and then he's gonna stagger and get down around here, then you shoot here again, he's gonna get pushed towards this side. This is just more optimal way to loot his treasure, because as soon as we finish this wheel here, we grab his treasure because it's right on the side. Here, once the cinematic plays out, you want to stop holding shift, otherwise Leon will step backwards. And then once you're back at controller Leon, you can press shift again. You're gonna enter here and you're gonna knife these boxes for loot. In my case, I just needed magnum ammo, but ideally you won't have grenades. See, when you're starting out, just to let you know, we need 2 heavy grenades and 6 magnum ammo drops to not craft anything at all. Magnum we can craft, which is fine, but crafting heavy grenade is the issue because we don't want to buy the heavy grenade recipe because it's expensive and time loss. Because it's only 2, we can get the loot anyways. And why I'm explaining this right now, because this room has more boxes that can drop really good loot. And really good loot, I mean heavy grenades, magnum ammo, and all that other shit. Just ammo in general. And if you're just starting out, you don't have any heavy grenades, even when looting everything else besides that, you want to loot everything from that place, just to not reset, so you can have a chance to get more heavy grenades or magnum ammo. But especially the heavy grenade. Heavy magnum ammo is not that important. I repeat, it's not that important. You will get magnum ammo, you can craft magnum ammo, it's fine. You have 20 gunpowder to craft at least once. Because we just traded 20 gunpowder and you have more from drops, so it's completely fine. And here we just keep going forward. I recommend saving here, because we're gonna do a different glitch again, but it has a little bit of RNG involved in it. So when you're just starting, I recommend saving. Otherwise, you're gonna end up resetting, and it's not really that fun to reset over here. So you here want to shoot this guy, shoot Luis once, then when he throws, you want to reload. The same thing as before, you reload, you press 2 to select rocket launcher, and then you scroll up to get the handgun ammo. So let me just show with sound so I can get the sound cues for it. Did it work? Yes. Okay, and then we're just gonna go here and shoot. So shoot the wall so we can get those boulders out of the way. Then you wanna undo the glitch, because we're gonna kill the Elegantes with the RPG, and because there's a cinematic before it, we can't keep the infinite rocket glitch, sadly. So as soon as we get here, go to the side a little bit and shoot the non-armored Gigante. This will kill both of them. You wait this once it's the death animation from this armored Gigante starts. You want to watch all through it to get out of combat. Not just out of combat is important, but getting out of combat will make Luis more responsive, and you can boost him up as soon as you get there. Still, sometimes you'll be like waiting for some reason and not do it, but this makes him more consistent. And here you can reload your Magnum or your rifle. By the way, the rocket glitch can also be done with Magnum, but doing it for a rifle is safer because the reload animation is a little bit longer, and it's just easier to execute overall, so that's why I recommend doing it. Even the world record uses it, so that's why I recommend doing it. Right now, once you're going to come towards this typewriter, once Luis does this animation, you can already use typewriter. Remember, timing is paused on typewriter, so you're gonna get the combat knife and the right gun that you used storage before. You can here automatically sort to get the shotgun back. Sometimes you don't need to auto sort to get the shotgun. Remember, don't auto sort here unless you need to grab something from the typewriter. If you auto sort, then the run is invalid. Just letting you know. But you can auto sort to get an item. Then you want to save the game and reload. This will make so Luis will be already inside the minecart, and you can activate it and start a little bit sooner. Here we're just gonna speed this up because it's really easy, nothing much to it. It's the same as in a casual playthrough. You shoot these guys, it's literally the same as a casual playthrough. There's no skips, nothing. Unfortunately, we cannot skip this section. It's the worst section of the speedrun. But at the same time, it's a good break to breathe and rest a little bit. You can take a little bit of water, you can rest your hands, you can stretch a little bit. Take your time, don't get triggered by this part, just take it as a time to relax. And once this first section is done, we're just gonna run forward. Dodge this X and wait for Luis up here. You can loot this barrel if there's a good loot, because we're gonna need to wait for Luis anyway. But since it was just pesetas, I choose to just not even bother. Here's speeding up again. Now we have the chainsaw guarder over there. We shoot as usual on his minecart. Not on him, on the minecart. Remember that. And here's just doing everything as usual. Then there's a you might not know when just playing it casually, but there's a the chainsaw guy is here, and he has some explosive barrels with him for some reason. You can just explode those barrels, and then he will be at the 1 HP. And when you go to this other section over here, he's gonna be at 1 HP, and you can just shot him once and then he dies. And everything else as usual, should shoot everyone. And keep going. Here, if you want, you can make a save. Here, by holding your pause button here with virtual controller, you can sometimes skip the animation here. This Leon getting surprised by the thing falling down, which is RNG, so just hold it and pray that it works. If it doesn't work, then it's fine. Happens. Here we're gonna do infinite flashes. Here I did not do what I will recommend. It's a shush truco. You hold this right wall, and then it doesn't spawn novice from up here. You can see I'm already in combat because of that. So here we shotgun this Novi. We're gonna I think I failed the glitch on the first attempt. That's why it's good to save there. I'm gonna shotgun this barrel. We're gonna reload. Press 5, which is my case for flash or whatever flash you have, and then you scroll up or down to get the pistol. In my case, because it's on 5, it's on the same as pistol, I use the middle mouse button click, the scroll click, and it goes to down on the same wheel. So just show it again. There we go. And don't forget to grab the yellow orb. The reason we want to flash all these guys is because of Luis. This is me having a very good aim. I'm gonna flash towards here, more or less. Don't scroll up, so otherwise you'll lose the infinite flash glitch. So you can move as normal, just don't do anything else. You can crouch cancel as usual. And here you want to throw a flash here. Another one on the ground, because there's one behind you. Then another one for this guy. And it's done. I look back to see where Luis is. Luis is actually very close, which is really good. And then we're gonna equip the scope again, and we're gonna equip our combat knife. Then we're gonna go to options and put repeated input type to hold. Just to make so when we hold space and hold left click, it's gonna attack with a knife faster. This is for Krauser. Really important for Krauser fights. So here at the start, there's two options. You can do one attack and try to perfect parry his attack. Let me show this attack. You can try to perfect parry it. That's why I tried, but I failed. You get hit, which is fine. But you want to hit his leg. Just hold space and hit his leg as much as possible, because that's the fastest way to do damage, and he doesn't parry as often when you're hitting his leg. He rarely parries when you're hitting his leg. That's why you need to hit his leg instead of going for the head or his arm or whatever. Here you got stagger. This is a very RNG fight because each kick has a 30% chance to crit. If you crit, you can get a kick crit. You can get a fight like in 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 25 seconds. But if you get 0 crits, you get a fight like 40 seconds, 50 seconds. It's a very rough fight. Here, when he's getting recovering from the kick, you want to do only one hit, so he doesn't parry you. Do one hit, wait for him to get up, and then you start hitting him again. And hopefully you can get this where he gets permanently staggered. Just be careful to not hit him again when he's staggered in for the kick Q2E. If you hit him while in that state, he will parry you, so be careful with that. And here I hit him too soon, that's why he parried. That's my bad. Here you see me doing this to the side because I thought he was going to get staggered again for the kick, and which he does. Here again I hit him too soon, that's why he parried. This attack you want to parry, you don't want to parry this last attack, otherwise you get this key to E and you need to swap back to from hold to tap so you can break free immediately with your Virtual Controller. Here again, I fucked up and didn't kick him, which is not ideal. But when you're just starting and you're not practicing with this fight, in this case I was very rusty on this run, that will happen. Don't worry too much about it. If you fail, with practice you got it right. Now you save and reload. I forgot to reload here, but if you save and reload here, you immediately get out of combat. When here, as you see, Lin is in combat for a little bit. There's a green herb down there, a red herb here, and a green herb here that you want to pick up. Sorry, if you want to pick up, you don't need to pick up any of that if you don't want to. Now we're going for Clock Tower. So this is the last section, last chapter before Island. Now I saw if I had any flashes to craft. If you have a lot of flashes, like 4 or 3 flashes, you can flash upwards here, like diagonally, like toward like this, for example. And then it will explode the saucer head and flash all these guys on the stairs. But since I don't have that much flashes or large resources to craft that much flashes, I just need to do what I'm doing now. Careful to shoot the torch guy to be safe. Shoot the grabber. Ideally, you want to shoot both the grabber. You want to go towards this side and shoot both the grabber and the archer with one shot to get both them down. You don't need to kill them. You just need to get them down. And that's completely fine. I shoot him before because he rushed, so that can happen. Don't worry too much about it. Just the RNG AI as usual from this game. In here, you want to shoot this grabber. Then you don't need to shoot this guy. Sometimes he can do a throw axe attack. I think he was not going to do that. He was going to try to hit. And then you flash this guy. This time I got unlucky and this guy didn't get flashed, so you need to shoot him. Here I got hit because I'm bad at the game, but don't worry too much about it. This side guy can actually rush you in this strat, because now we're gonna scope glitch. Yeah, there's a grab there you wanna dodge, by the way. Here, because I got hit, I actually didn't do this. Let me show Missino doing it then. Just so you have a image reference. Here, you wanna flash this guy, so if he gets flashed, we recover from the flash, so he can actually rush missing here, but believe me, he doesn't. And then you're gonna do this. You're gonna aim down and glitch towards the wall. You aim and hold backwards and then glitch towards the wall. And then you avoid the spike ball at all. Here sometimes there's an archer that will come here and you have to shoot him twice with your sniper to kill him. I recommend doing that instead of just dodging because it's easier overall. Then it's pretty much repeating what Missing is doing here. You shoot the first barrel to kill the archer. And then you shoot the barrel when they stack. There's gonna be a guy that spawns here. You can be pre-aim waiting for him, pre-aiming here and wait for him to come, and then you shoot him. Missing did whatever he's doing, which is the same. Shoot that guy. Then you're gonna use the barrel to kill that one guy, kill the archer, and then I'm gonna kill this other guy that's coming towards here, and then on the left, this other guy. It looks complicated because it looks a little bit chaotic, but once you practice this part a little bit, it's actually pretty easy. It doesn't require you to be this fast to killing these guys, and eventually you will memorize the pattern. That guy didn't actually die. You kill that guy with barrel. Then this other guy, you wait for him to come close, and then you explode the barrel, and then he will fall off. In this case, Missing shot a little bit earlier, and then he didn't fall off. That's also completely fine. That can happen. You shoot this barrel to kill the archer. Then we prepare a shot. Important, hold the right side of the... If you haven't killed the... Like if you're too slow and haven't killed the archer, you need to hold the right side or this side of the elevator so you don't get shot by the archer. And then you shotgun this shield guy as soon as he's in the middle of the air. Like so. Shoot this guy. And then just be ready. Ah, by the way, the stagger that the Barzala does with his scream and his lantern, you can just hold the virtual controller and it will unstagger Leon. Now here you want to shoot this for grab the yellow diamond. Then you want to switch this to hold, run type to hold, and then you're just going to spam shift here to cross this section as fast as possible. You know, of course, if you don't remember, if you just run towards that, you're gonna fall to the ground and die. Here, if you have an extra grenade, you should use a grenade there to stun these guys. Otherwise, if you only have one grenade, don't use the grenade here because you're gonna need for the next chapter. So just shotgun them or whatever else you need to get past them. And then there's 2 barrels over here that you can loot if you need, for example, heavy grenades still, or if you have still haven't got a single magnum ammo drop. And remember to reload your magnum to max here if you haven't already. Then you're gonna keep the golden egg, and you're gonna start with golden egg on Salazar, like so. Then you're gonna use your magnum to kill Salazar, finish him off. You're gonna need to reload once. You do the same as with the sniper here to cancel the reload. You want to reload 1 bullet with a broken butterfly because he takes 7 bullets to kill him. Follow up of Azil, nothing is on hold. And here, the last trick here is you want to save here and reload, because we are on a bugged state where Leon is walking slower than normal. And here is going to show that you can ignore all the armaduras normally. And then you can also excuse the crouches here because we reloaded. If we don't reload, we can't do that. And you just keep going as normal. And that's it, that's Castle. Recommend saving here before this chapter. Because it's very easy to fuck up the beginning of this chapter if once you're starting out. So that's it, that's Castle.